Sharp Game here, coming at you on another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Well, what do we have here? If you follow football, if you've been watching football for a long time, like I have, you know that Albert Haynesworth claimed that a long time ago that he didn't date black women. And, you know, he's one of these type of guys that think white women are the best thing smoking. And he said he only date white women exclusively, right? And now he got played. Because he's claiming that his woman called him nigger and abused him and all this stuff. And he called the cops on her for domestic abuse because she kicked him in the nuts. And by the time the cop got there, she was gone and he didn't want to press any charges. So, you know, he's one of these guys that, you know, that think that white women are the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I always say that there's just a different type of grass on the other side. That's all it is. Now, it might feel like it's better because it's just a different experience for the time being. But as you get to know some of these other groups of women, you're going to find out real quick that it ain't really no better on this side either. It's just a different type of grass. And I don't be wanting to get involved with a lot of these other groups of women, to be honest with you. And I always say, it doesn't really matter what woman you date or you have relations with or get married to or whatever. It doesn't really matter, because if you don't got yourself right, it's probably not going to go well anyway. It's probably going to end up just like Albert Haynesworth. You know, he's in the news. Now he's on social media leaving this stuff. You know, this is what he's leaving. Let me read a little bit of this. He said, "Let me tell you the truth about why I broke up with Brittany Jackson. I'm the person that had to deal with the ugliest of her soul for a very enduring 2+ year relationship, if you call it that. First and foremost, Aiden is the greatest thing to happen in those dreadful 2 years. From one, Brittany Jackson has called me a nigger on numerous occasions because what she said, she wanted me to feel hurt because I didn't show her affection. In my opinion, that's crossing the line. Not only was I extremely violent, where more than 10 times in Tennessee and Florida, and then he called the cops and got a restraining order. Yes, I have witnesses and bruises, but me, for some reason, still tried to protect her by not sending her to jail because I didn't want to ruin her so-called career and name. Also, I want everyone to know that truth about her charity weekend she does every year. People, the money you give for her Alzheimer's event, most of it goes right in her pocket. That's why she wants the checks written to her foundation and not to the Chattanooga Alzheimer's Foundation, which I personally saw her make someone rewrite the check to her foundation. Now Brittany wants to talk trash about that's not true because I took the car I let her borrow to be able to meet me halfway so I can spend time with my son. And that's this clown is, you know, basically crying over spilled milk, basically, you know. I mean, and let me tell you, look what else he said. He said, people, the money you give for Alzheimer's. Oh, I read that already. So basically, let me tell you straight. Let me get something straight. Everybody can understand. I love all women. As long as you are a beautiful, real woman, trust me. I'm trying to smash. So to think that I'm going to alienate 1/6 of the U.S. population, you are fucking wrong. My damn biggest problem is I love women. One day, one woman can settle me down, black, white, brown, or yellow. But until then, I'm like most guys in this world. Just a squirrel trying to get a nut. He sound like a real sucker. Don't be like this guy. He sound like a real sucker. And he's weak. Because he's, sound like he's one of those guys, just what he wrote. Sound like he's one of those guys that, you can manipulate him. Women can use sex to reel him in, suck him in, use him and abuse him until they get what they want. And just like this woman, she's gone. And this woman, if you find a picture of the woman, she's very average. She's not like a top-notch Caucasian woman. She's very average. And it's like I said, it's a lot of brothers out here that think that the grass is green on the other side, but if you don't have yourself right, mentally, physically, spiritually, if you don't have a winning spirit, if you don't know who you are as a person, you're probably going to get taken advantage of, used and abused by these other groups of women out here. That's just what it is. That's, based on what I've seen over the years. And you know what? I've never really had a bad experience with other groups of women because I never stayed around long enough to get caught up. That's the truth. So, I'm not one of those guys that got played by other groups of women or whatever. Not so much, because when I see some bullshit, I get up out of it. I got up out of there. Because I've seen it, the same thing happen over and over so many different times with other guys. And once I tested the waters with these other groups of women, I was like, I'm just better off sticking with black women, really, or other women of color. Could be Puerto Rican, could be black, could be Mexican, basically melanated women. That's what I'm talking about, melanated women. I'm better off just sticking with them instead of dipping over with the Caucasians, because it's just a little bit too much for me. I like to have a good time and everything, but it's just not my cup of tea. So, hey, don't be like this guy. As big as he is, he's still soft. But the old saying goes, it's not how big they are, it's how hard they fall. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog, ChooseYourRelationships.com. Share this video with anybody that you think would see it as value. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.